Yes, I see the irony in this. Shut up. So, about that last video, yeah? I was turbo hating on most modern gaming garbage business practices, but I had a point on that. However, using Overwatch 2 as background footage, I see the irony in it. And I don't have a problem with it. So, how's everyone doing today? I have been doing pretty well. Yesterday, I watched the Dead by Daylight 9th anniversary stream with some friends in my Discord server, and I can safely say I was very excited about it. Some of the changes are really good. The new cosmetics look great. One of the big things, however, were some of the crossover announcements. We have The Witcher, which, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Witcher fan. Never really gave the games a go. Never really, paid that much attention to them. But hey, good for Witcher fans. But then we have the big one, the FNAF crossover. Oh man, I was screaming at the top of my lungs when I saw the announcement. So we're getting Springtrap, but we're also getting Freddy Fazbear's Pizza as the map. And it's so freaking cool. I could tell from some of the screenshots, you had the main 3, you had the main pizzeria. I wonder if you could go and see, the office or even the back room. I'm really excited for what Behavior is doing, and that is going to be the big, thing I'm looking forward to for this month, next month, probably for the rest of summer, actually, to be honest with you. Also, alongside some of the changes, like being able to play 2v8 in customs, being able to play modifiers in general, the fact they're improving custom games, bulk blood point spending, the anti-tunnel and camping changes, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Anti-slugging as well. The abandoned system still needs a bit of work, but as far as I'm concerned, I think Behavior are doing a pretty good job so far. I'm excited, and I'm just hoping that the release of the FNAF DLC isn't, shit. I'm just hoping it isn't shit, straight up. Alongside that, and a couple of other things I've been doing, really. Yeah, I've been doing art. Not really art. I've been doing more graphic design recently. I decided that I wanted to learn how to make those cool Twitter banners that people have, alongside improving my compositions when it comes to panels and stuff like that. I even made a new Starting Soon screen on Twitch. It was really freaking cool because I learned quite a lot about color composition and just how to fill up a canvas with stuff that makes sense, but at the same time, not make it so overcomplicated to the point where it's distracting, you know? It's even been so good that some of my friends have been asking me to do commissions. And I've been debating on it, but I have been doing commissions for close friends here and there. But I was wondering if I should do commissions as more of a wider, broader thing. And hell, I'll even throw up some of my work, because I do the thumbnails you guys see on YouTube. I do some of the banners and all that stuff that I'm going to show. And I'm also going to be, I wouldn't say rebranding. I'd say I'm just expanding upon it and just coming up with something fresh, you know? Trying to always innovate and create new things. Not without a sense of logical progression, of course, like I said in the last video, but something that more speaks akin to me. It's been a really fun experience, learning these skills and actually seeing people get really giddy over the stuff that I do. It's actually quite wholesome. You know who you are. Fucking appreciate you for it. But I might as well talk about the really ironic thing. I've been playing Overwatch 2 again. Now, I know I did basically bury it alive with a shovel in the last video. I was subtly hating on it, but that's because I never actually gave the game a proper chance. Playing it again, it's uncanny. Maybe I've become more of a hero shooter enthusiast, especially considering the fact I'll play practically anything you throw at me now. Overwatch 2, Marvel Rivals, Paladins when that was still alive, Battleborn when that was out. What else is there? Oh, Valorant could technically be counted as a hero shooter, same with Apex Legends, but I feel like going back to Overwatch 2, playing 6v6 and just reliving some of the early days of 2016. Or is it 2017? 2016. It's nice, honestly. Yeah, granted, it was one of those games that had it had the grip on the world, you know? It had an iron grasp. But unfortunately, with some of the decisions made by Blizzard, and especially regarding some of the bigger controversies they've been in, I can understand why people don't really like Overwatch all that much. I mean, I was bandwagon hating when it came out, but that's because I ended up crashing out on Overwatch one day and then just never played ever again. I came back to it to play every once in a while, but I was like, yeah, this just ain't for me. Now that I've come back to it with a clearer head and more of a objective opinion, it's not a bad game. in all honesty. Yeah, it still has its problems of people insta-locking DPS and running it down. You don't see that as much anymore because people realize that to have a good quality game or to have like quality gameplay, you're better off just picking a comp that works, like a 141, 222, 132, 312, you know, all that jazz. And I think people have genuinely like gotten nicer. The Overwatch community has chilled the hell out, but that's because all of the really like toxic folk have moved over to Marvel Rivals. So most of the players that play Overwatch are like pretty chilled out now. Don't get me wrong, it's still a hero shooter, it's still Overwatch, it's still gonna be toxic as all hell, but it's definitely gotten better. So big ups to Overwatch for being able to claw back some of its reputation and being able to fight tooth and nail, especially against all the bad PR, all of the really terrible decisions by the upper brass. It genuinely is starting to feel like a proper sequel now, and I'm really happy for the devs at Blizzard. Big ups to you guys, keep up the good work. Speaking of Valorant, when I was mentioning the hero shooters, I was thinking, what if I was to bring back the Valorant Agent overview guides, because I do know I need to get back onto the Valorant bandwagon for a bit, and also because I wanted to do a couple of character overviews. Granted, I don't know how much work I want to put into them this time around. I think what I would prefer to do is just go for more streamline. I would prefer to streamline it, of course, but I think I would want to go for a more casual approach. You know, give a simple overview on some of the stuff, record some gameplay, record some funny moments, basically, and then I could overlay it with more of a scripted, like, what does this do? How does this work? What are you supposed to do in this situation, that situation? All that jazz, and then juxtapose it with some dipshit gameplay that I could just pull out my arse in the Swift play match. Because I don't have the time to play unrated because I have better things to do than spend hours in a single match. I mean, let's be fair, I'm a gamer. I do nothing but play video games all day, but I'm also trying to balance that out with other things. Like reading, walking, working out, you know, all that jazz. I've been trying to find a balance in that sort of stuff. So while it's not necessarily confirmed, I was thinking if I was to bring back the Valorant Agent videos, it would give me something more of like a broader project to work on. I mean, I've got a Limbus Company video in the works, don't get me wrong, but that one is going to be a massive project, and I really need to get back onto that because I've been procrastinating on it for a few days. So if I don't do that, there's a good chance that my brain will just forget about it, and I'll be like, oh, what's this? Oh, that's what this thing is. Because, you know, sometimes you're focused so much on one thing, projects get put on the back burner, and you're just sort of like, oh, whoops. Other than that, I've just been streaming on Twitch, going out, living my life, you know, usual shit. And it's been quite nice. But I thought I'd give a little bit of a ramble, you know, a little bit of a yapping session, you know? But I think I'm going to quit my yapping session, and I'm going to go back to playing something, really? I'm not really sure. Something, anything. Links in the description, all that jazz. You want to follow me on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck, follow me on that. Check out the Discord if you want. I've got a Ko-fi in this description as well, but it's just there. Don't have to do anything about it. And I think that'll be it from me, guys. It's been Azura, and I'm signing out. Goodbye.